Hi, I'm Kevin Wright, a multimedia producer working in the real or physical world, creating digital experiences, telling stories and delivering entertainment in places people gather, from airports, showrooms, tourist sites, hotels, museums and libraries to zoos. My background is a production of film and television drama and TV commercials. The need for interactive experience comes from innovation in tech in the online world. Consumer expectations have changed. Digital technology is transforming society of a revolution. The experience economy book tells more. Society's changed. There is an amazing era of invention we're in. Uber, Airbnb, artificial intelligence, driverless cars, rockets to Mars, and the metaverse. It is fundamentally changing the way we act and what we expect. What's wanted? Engaging experiences with narrative, information, and fun. People want location-based digital information and entertainment experiences in the physical or real world. They want a shared experience. Visitors want experiences with an engaging narrative, something memorable. They want information instantly, delivered with digital media that is intuitive and compelling to use. They want fun, educational games and challenges. They want the service and technology they're used to in the online world, in the real world. They want to engage and understand what is at this place. They want to see the world and make connections with people, places and cultures. They want to get takeaways they can share, to tell stories about. So what's possible? Interpretive information, stories and entertainment and games, all easily made. Interactive multimedia for interpretation including touchless apps, immersive screen experiences, virtual and augmented reality, bespoke digital experiences, mobile device apps and much more. I will cover engaging ways of telling stories and creating memorable digital experiences, from low-cost touchscreen displays to theme park scale experiences with a big wow factor. Keep in the fun factor, especially for children. We live in an age of gamification, of tasks, of learning and even working. We'll be looking at various delivery platforms. The pictures cover off interactive walls and floors on the left-hand side, interactive tables including the new round table at the top. The middle picture is an object recognition table. It's a new product which is going to make a big impression next year. And at the bottom is an interactive table. The top right is a picture from our supplier Prestop, is in the largest interactive showroom in Europe. Then there are touchscreen walls, and the bottom right is an ultra-wide touch display. Interactive displays. They've been around since the early 1990s. Why use large format touch displays? To present information and to offer options that are easily seen. Bigger is better. 55-inch touch displays are taking over from 40 as the standard for image browsing on large public touch displays. But please use at least a 23-inch touch. This is a starting size for 2 or more visitors. And something like an iPad or a tablet at 10 inch is just too small. Interactive display mounting. There's a mounting solution for every exhibition. On the bottom left shows a panel-mounted interactive displays, and on the top right shows basically custom case mount, and on the bottom right is wall-mounted, the lowest cost way to go. There's a wide range of kiosks out there, and some of the ones that we offer include the ELO Touch Wallaby in the top corner. Down the bottom is one called iView, and in the middle we have the InTouch systems from InTouch in Sydney. Very high quality edge-to-edge glass. And on the right hand side we've got outdoors touch displays, and that's one on show is our Hyundai kiosk with a high bright display. Why use large multi-format tables? One thing is they're collaborative and a great way to engage several people. They're great for stories and to play games. The picture on the left is from a local museum with a 32-inch display from China. And the one on the right shows a larger display we designed and manufactured on the Sunshine Coast, including a European tabletop from Holland. It's installed in the Wishlist Centre, Sunshine Coast University Hospital. Smart tables are basically object recognition multimedia tables, where an object is placed on a table and it is used as the interface between the person and the technology. Visitor interacts with digital information through the use of physical objects. By placing the object on a table and twisting, we offer more complex experiences. We're completing development of our own smart table app at the moment, and content management system will follow on after it. This object recognition table is in our supplier Prestops interactive showroom in Holland. Just shows how you can add different pucks, and various physical objects can be added to the top of the pucks. With Through Glass Window and Mirror Touch, these products use interactive touch foil from our supplier Displex in Portugal, the world's leader in making interactive foil, which is pasted on the inside of glass, in the case on the left for the museum, which has the interactive display behind the glass window, and behind the foil which is pasted in the window, which you don't actually see unless you look very closely. New Mirror Touch displays offer new ways of engaging audience as well. Interactive video walls controlled by a kiosk are a great way to create a dramatic statement for your museum, and one way is to have one person control the kiosk while a crowd can gather around and enjoy the content. This picture shows one I designed for the Rugby World Cup, the first World Sports Championship to offer digital interactive media for fans. Here's another example of how you can use a kiosk for a large number of people. The image in this case is projected once again, and it's using 3 projectors to combine the video, ultra-wide video, into one giant screen. Interactive video walls can be controlled by the display, and these ones are from a company called Multitaction. This is an example of an interactive collaboration wall. Multitaction walls are used in high-end museums like the Australian War Memorial, and you can have them quite wide, up to 5 or 10 meters if you'd like. Interactive video floors are for floor projection games, interactive walls and displays. Objects with sensor-driven multimedia, so there's a sensor on the roof above the floor. When people step on it, it would work out where they're at. And we can include Australian animated animals such as field mice or ocean scenes. We represent Gesitech from Canada, the world's largest supplier of interactive walls and floors. They supply software development kits, and we do the rest. Control a video wall for body and hand gestures. This means that people can use gestures to move objects, swipe media, and much more. The infrared camera at the top captures the bodies with fast recognition. It creates strong virtual reality type experiences, up to 5 meters distance from the screen. Dual hand operation is supported. Touchless interactive. During COVID, a major part of our business in museum interactives dropped away to very little as interactive touch displays suddenly had to be wiped down after every use. There's a need to reduce hygiene risks from people touching public touchscreens. We offer new high-tech systems for contactless screens in public places, including the BrightLink mobile controlled screen at the top, and the UltraLeap hand gestures with an air push rather than a tap at the bottom. So here's a clip about the UltraLeap technology. So the idea is to stand in front and just get your hand calibrated and then engage by moving the cursor on the screen with your hand. A simple way to control any sort of content, and offers definite advantages from having to touch the screen. We supply audio exhibits and players, indoors and outdoors, and these are a great way to tell stories. Our audio players include custom-made exhibits that can be operated by push buttons or other controls, such as using your mobile and pointing at a QR code for outdoors players. We offer the Solar EcoPost audio player, which offers up to 8 audio tracks. For the Gympie Gold Mining Museum recently, we produced 8 tracks of historical fictional characters telling their story with 8 different artists playing their roles. Professional voices are best for audio stories. Digital displays. It's great to engage visitors with stories and information. For single screens of video walls, it's best to use professional displays in public spaces. For instance, with the top consumer display, the buttons mean the visitors can turn the display off. It's even better to have a metal enclosure around the display where it's within reach of your visitors. And you can easily make your displays interactive by including a QR code on the screen. Digital signage. Create your own TV type channel. Schedule content during the day to give visitors the latest info on large displays. It's generally controlled over a network, and the ease of use of the system content updating is very important. In this particular case, we offer content design and template design. Controlling apps include Wallflower, Fusion, and Magic Info. The picture is of a 5-portrait display video wall in Cinerama ratio, the ratio of many old Hollywood epics that were played in cinemas. This is in Coonamble, New South Wales. Ultra-widescreen videos are very engaging experiences. People really have to focus on them to see the whole story at the same time, especially if it plays in more than 180-degree screens. Sometimes it's not possible, especially for men whose eyes do not go that far, to see it all. We've been producing ultra-widescreen video for several years. The top picture is of the cave at the University of Sunshine Coast, a giant screen of 14 columns by 4 rows of displays. The bottom picture is of a widescreen semicircular cinema piece of content that we created for a heritage centre in New South Wales. It played on 3 projectors in sync to create a video 3 times wider than a normal screen. Immersive projection. The picture shows a large number of visitors at the Van Gogh exhibition in Brisbane last year. People really love the immersive experience of these exhibitions, and through my observation and staying there for several hours, a lot of people went to the show twice and were just awestruck. On high-definition projection displays, see amazing images with multi-channel motion graphics accompanied by cinema-quality surround. I know this is very expensive, but you can start out doing small-quality immersive experiences with small projectors. Mobile devices. Now everybody's carrying one. So compared to interactors where 2 or 3 people are using together, mobile devices are at a disadvantage. But you can use great tour apps to help the interpretive journey. But what's coming up? Are you mobile ready at your museum? Google Lens is here, and this is a system for using visual search on mobiles. So with Google Lens, you start the Google search and point your phone at whatever you'd like to get information about, and use the camera button on the right hand side of the screen, and it will basically offer to search for that particular image and tell you some information about it. It uses artificial intelligence and previous searches to work out what that image could be. You then tap what appears to be the correct answer, and the details are displayed. You choose which one you think may be correct, and then you can get the final details or a link to the museum website. For museums, it may be a good idea to ensure your key exhibits have a photo and details on your website so visitors can get detailed information. It's a far better way to get info for many people than have exhibit labels on the wall. QR code signs. They offer a link to real world from digital with printed and digital signs. We know they are useful following the pandemic. It's also useful to know the difference between the types of QR codes that you can put on your signs or displays. QR codes have 2 types, static QR codes and dynamic codes. Static codes, the data behind a static code will only lead you to a permanent address and it's not changeable. But dynamic QR codes are an advanced type of QR code, meaning you can update the data behind it, and even when it's been printed or deployed. So if you're changing the content, easy to do with dynamic QR codes. Virtual reality covers a huge area. We'll just cover it very quickly. It's been around for over 30 years, but 2016 was a breakthrough year. VR is now a new lexicon in games and storytelling. It's very immersive. Keywords that come out of some VR experiences: presence and the feeling of empathy with the subject. VR displays were used in museums for experiences several years ago, but the cost factor of having staff to fit them for each individual visitor made them prohibitive. Now we focus on room or large screen virtual reality systems where people can wear VR glasses very similar to 3D glasses for movie theatres. 6 degrees of freedom, known as full VR, gives users much more freedom to move within their virtual environment and interact with objects and people. It's got the following characteristics. It allows users to move freely. They can look left to right, up and down, and rotate their head. VR location-based experiences can be simple ones, including 180 and 360 degree video, which is very easy and low cost to produce. Or it can be on a much more elaborate level with group VR games and dedicated gaming rooms like the ones that Zero Latency have around the country. And these are far more engaging experiences where you use things like weapons to shoot at zombies, for instance. A great fun VR experience. Augmented reality and mixed reality. How does augmented reality relate to virtual reality? Well, augmented reality gets you interactive experiences and entertainment where you're still able to see the real world. You're not fully immersed with closed up glasses like you are with virtual reality generally. It gives you the option of being in the real world or the virtual world. It often works by capturing a marker or getting an app location signal. AR is set to reconnect digital and physical in retail, entertainment and education. So mobile device, augmented reality and mixed reality, you can turn everyday objects, images and places into new opportunities for engagement. Remember Pokemon Go? It was famous about 8 years ago in 2016, reaching 500 million people in 3 months. You can enjoy location-based apps wherever you are. The Metropolitan Museum app is amazing. You can see incredible exhibits on a screen at your home using your mobile. For simple animation outdoors, aim your mobile at a marker and start a web augmented reality experience in your browser. No downloading any new apps. It's much more engaging than traditional outdoor science. So you can just see how a little animated 3D whale plays on just looking at the marker or pointing your device at the marker. Mixed reality headset devices. There's new stuff coming right at the moment. Meta, formerly known as Facebook, plans to release a new high-end virtual reality headset this year, which is codenamed Project Cambria. Some more details emerged in the report. Cambria has been described internally as a laptop for the face, or a Chromebook for the face. Meanwhile, Apple has been integrating augmented reality into its devices for years. There's a research unit within Apple with hundreds of employees working on augmented reality and virtual reality. The headset will focus on VR or some limited augmented reality experiences. This may be the most important product from Apple since 2008. Interactive app and system development. This is covering off things like planning, looking into what users expect or may like to see. Writing, using a professional writer to get the best way to tell your story. Design with an experienced designer, and app development with the latest tools. Delivery platform setup and installation needs attention to ensure that software and hardware will work well together. The trend is towards no-code app development and content management system. Saves money over custom development. Customers often require an easy-to-use content system for staff to update. For multimedia content and app design, please offer unique, engaging content, not something visitors can see on a website. Include making complex information simplified so it's easy to understand. User experience design is important. Users expect modern gestures, swipes, zooms, pinches, etc. They want to have a simple to easy to use interface. Use suitable media players for the type of content. Offer challenges, image games, puzzles, quizzes, fun stuff to do in this world of gamification. Apps must have a timeout to an attract loop or a screensaver to grab attention to ensure the system is ready for the next visitor. OmniTap's Apps for Windows is our main development and app delivery system. OmniTap's 4 Composer is a suite of over 16 apps for public interactive displays. No coding needed. Huge saving in cost from custom coded apps. Low cost application to purchase, no ongoing license fees. Two parts to OmniTap's apps. OmniTap's 4 Composer is an authoring system for creating Windows app configurations. OmniTap's 4 Player is needed to play Windows PC app configurations created in Composer. Most of our customers get us to design app configurations and purchase player licenses for touchscreen displays. OmniTap's offer a museum app configuration with examples of 24 OmniTap apps used in museums. There are some very well produced apps that can inspire you to what can be possible with interactive displays. We use these apps as templates and add local design features and content to develop engaging experiences. Details of a selection of OmniTap's apps. Timeline app, a very powerful way to see screens of media from categories or eras. Media tiles enables you to tap a file and to see a reverse side of an image which is displayed at up to full screen size. Tap to close. The rear mirror can include video clips. Media Viewer app. Rotate, stretch a controller for simple media control with one finger, a huge breakthrough in user interface design. Media Swipe means swiping through images and video as you would on a mobile device, and it is very simple to use. Media Marker is the most powerful Composer app, as you can have links to media, other pages and to other apps. On tap, a marker can also open an image, a video and small circular rectangular media containers. Video Player app offers several options in terms of how the video clips are displayed and also interactive controls for users. Survey and forms for tablets or kiosks. Save time and money with customer self-service feedback at your place. Survey app offers questions, answers with multi-choice graphics and text. Forms that can be designed for any public event. OmniTap's edutainment apps. Edutainment is a combination of education and entertainment. Lots of great games, especially for children. Image Match is a very fun thing to play and the most popular. Up to 4 players around a multi-touch table. Memory is great fun. Match 2 images. Quiz can be very educational with multiple choice questions. Interactive cost estimates. Costs for consulting, design and system supply vary all the time. It depends on what you want for your delivery platform and what content you want to go on it. Also how it's designed and how you supply the content. Sometimes we write the stories, sometimes we edit them, sometimes we do not do anything to the stories. Similar for design. The costs on the screen are for us, including designing and producing apps, supplying and installing systems, all except gathering and supplying the media. Imagine a virtual world in which people live, work, shop and interact with others, all from the comfort of the home or an office in the physical world. As a whole, the word metaverse generally refers to a virtual world that lies beyond, on top of, or is an extension to the physical world. It is such importance that a new book featured on the front of Time magazine recently. The book, Into the Metaverse, by Matthew Ball, was just released in October. Its huge new opportunities for museums are identified. Our services cover consulting, design, production, installation and support. We've got many other custom products and services that weren't covered today, so please get in touch if there's something we can help you with. You can get in contact via email, via LinkedIn or via the web. Happy to answer any questions. Thanks for watching.